Let's get it. Let's fucking go. We're live. We are live, baby. And I'm wearing the blue lights because honestly, it is 7 p.m. It's a little late. It's a little late for your boy. Rest day today. Rest day's been long. You know the vibes. Hang on. We're telling people we're live. Let's go. Yo, Curse, you're here every time. It's incredible. It's like, do you have my notifications on? What's going on here? That is so funny. Pulling up my clock. Nah, do you guys have my notifications on? What's good? Yo, that's fuck. Sal the pal. You guys are funny. I'm rocking my blue lights because it's kind of late here, but I'm keeping the promises that I make to myself. And I'm gonna get into this. Can you guys leave? Like, fuck. You're making me nervous. I usually have no problem delivering these. You guys like try and put the pressure on me. It's fucked. It's also mad cold in my apartment. It's like 70 degrees and I'm freezing. But nah, today's going to be a fucking good one. I'm honestly stoked for this because I'm going to open up a little bit and I'm going to talk about some shit that is personal, that is also relevant to you guys and how you could apply this to your life. So with that being said, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, squad? Welcome back to another episode of the Shift Your Mind, Change Your Life podcast. This is your boy, Coach Sal. Let's get it. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about you get what you work for. You get what you fucking work for, okay? And I wanted to really tell a quick story about my younger years, about how I was an athlete and some things that I dealt with and really the things that I've seen over time, okay? Now, to backtrack a little bit, when I was younger, I was an athlete. I played football, baseball, basketball. I played college baseball as well. But to give you guys some context, I was always like at these award dinners. So how it works, like you go through a season and at the end of the season, you guys have the award dinner, you know, with your coaches and your teammates and you guys get all dressed up. You sit down, you have dinner and they hand out awards and they have speeches and all this shit. And every fucking year, I would go to the award dinner thinking I was going to get an award. I'm sitting at the table with my friends. You know, I'm all dressed up. I'm feeling nice. I'm excited, right? I'm like, cool, when am I going to get my award? I'm listening to my coach speak about the season. This is all great. I'm really excited. One kid gets called up. Where's my award? I'm getting a little antsy. I'm sitting in my seat. I'm starting to sweat. Next kid gets called up, right? So you get the point here, right? I'm sitting in my chair at these award dinners every season. Every season I'm waiting for my award. And I never really got many. I got a few, but I never really got as many as I would like. And I was thinking about this today, and I was like, well, why is that, right? And I think the concept that I really want to get across today is understanding that you will always get what you fucking work for. And I'm tired of hearing people complain that they don't have the results that they want without doing the fucking work that's required. Okay, and the reason I'm sitting up here with conviction is because I used to be that fucking dude that used to bitch and complain all the time that I didn't have the rewards, that I didn't have the results, right? That I didn't get the girl, right? Like I was bitching all the time about that, but I wasn't willing to do the work. So like when you logically think about that shit, it doesn't even make sense. And it took me a long time to understand that. And that's the point of these fucking live streams and these podcasts, because I could come on here and connect with people all over the fucking world to speak about the things that I've been through, the mistakes that I've gone through, so you don't have to make the same fucking ones. And if you're like not grasping that, and if you're reluctant to accept that, hey, maybe you don't know it all and you should probably change some of the shit that you're doing, then I'm sorry to say, but you're a moron. And like, I'm not one to like call names or beat down on anybody, but the thing is that I hear this so many times. I get this over and over again. But you just don't understand. I don't have the time, this, and that. Okay, we all have 24 hours. We all have the same fucking time. So I think that's really interesting, actually. Like, well, what separates other people from, you know, like actually succeeding, doing these crazy things if we have the same tools and we have the same time, right? It's all on you. It's all on you. And like, yo, like actually grasping that concept is like so fucking crazy to think about. You could do whatever the fuck you want. Like nothing's stopping you. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And it's like when you actually realize that and step into that, it just like, it sets me on fire, you know? And I see one of my boys, Yorko, he pulled up and we had a conversation a few weeks ago, the beginning, like, cause last month I was struggling a little bit, you know, like I was doing it. I'm prepping for my first show. I move across the country. I leave my family. I leave my friends. I pick up everything I have and I move, right? And I'm trying to prep. I'm trying to like juggle my business and do all this shit. And my energy was drained, you know, and it took someone else calling me out for me to realize that. Now, that's a little off topic, but at the same token, though, like, I don't know where I was going with that. I tried to fucking say some shit on that. But no, like, I want to stay on track here. Like, the point that I share that is because it's very easy to get into a rut, right? It's very easy to blame the circumstances and bitch and complain as to why you don't have the result. But the reality of the situation is that it always falls on you. It's nobody else's fault other than yourself. And when you accept that and you accept the responsibility that it is your fault and you can't put the blame on anybody else, that can be a very liberating place to operate from. And that's the goal here with what I'm saying, is to understand that the only limiting factor that you have are the beliefs that you put on yourself. And it sounds corny. Oh, sound cool. I get it. I can do anything I put my mind to, like whatever, right? But this is the thing. Like when you actually believe that, and then you seek the guidance, you ask questions, right? You're in the right rooms. You're surrounded by the right people. And you continuously do that, and you show up no matter how you feel. On the days you don't feel, I feel like shit right now. I feel like ass. Horrible. But I'm here. Why? Why am I here? Because I fucking said I was going to be here. And I actually spoke about that yesterday too. Integrity is everything. All you have is your fucking word, right? And I used to constantly break those promises. I was a fucking scumbag years ago. I'll be fully honest. I don't even care. And I can say that with conviction. Why? Because I know for a fact that I've transformed every single ounce of my being. I know for a fact. Like, you can't hurt me. You can't touch me. You can't get to me because I know who the fuck I am. Okay? And my boy likes to call me when I'm on live. I'm on live, bro. I'm on Do Not Disturb, man. Fuck. It's fuck on my live, bro. Is this fun? Do I have to end this now? What is going on with this thing, man? God damn it. Stop calling. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb for a reason. I'm trying to do things. I'm trying to grow a business here, man. I'm trying to inspire the world. Fuck. Let's go. Now, I'm super lit. I want to keep this podcast rolling, okay? So, hold on. Come on. There it is. Okay. And that's the thing that I really want to highlight with this, with the principle and the idea of today's stream is that you get what you work for. Right. And when I was younger, I never got shit. And I was always bitching and complaining. And that's the goal. And I think the reason as to why I felt that way is because I was scared to fail. I'm going to say that again. I was scared to fail. And that exact fear of failure is what kept me in my comfort zone and what kept me from actually doing the things that I wanted to do, because I was reluctant to accept that I didn't know it all. Like that, the fear of rejection, the fear of failure crippled me for so long. But I think the biggest shift that I've had from the last 2 years has been letting go of that. I let go of it. I don't care. Because this is the thing, is that I know, one, people are going to judge me regardless of what I do. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, people are going to talk shit and have their opinions. So I might as well do what I want to do. I might as well do what makes me happy, right? And that's the same concept that I'm trying to get across to you guys as well. So you shouldn't feel failure. Why? Because mistakes are inevitable. The only way you're able to make any sustainable change with whatever it is, you, again, apply this concept to fucking anything. Business, relationships, social events, whatever it is. This principle, this concept of you get what you work for applies to whatever it is. And I'm trying to say that I once feared failure so much. I feared failure so much that I was reluctant to get out of my comfort zone and actually pursue the things that I wanted. Like trying to get the girl, trying to start the business, trying to do all these fucking things that I was just scared to do. I was afraid. But the thing is that I'm not afraid anymore because I've let go of that. I don't care. It doesn't faze me. Reason being why? I keep the promises I make to myself. Simply, I think that's the surest way to build confidence. Because if we zoom out and we think about that for a second, if you're constantly breaking your own word, you have nothing. You don't respect yourself. You don't trust yourself. You don't love yourself. So then that's the thing is then, well, how can anybody else do that? You can't. You simply can't. And that's what I'm here to tell you. You want the secret to changing your mind, your body, your life. It starts within you. Okay? An action step here, for those who are listening, watching, is to keep the fucking promises that you make to yourself. Accept that failure is a necessary part of growth. Accept that mistakes are going to happen. Accept it. You can't get around it. You can't fake it. There's no shortcuts. You're going to look stupid. You're going to be embarrassed. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be failures. There's going to be risk. There's going to be all the shit. Accept it. And if you could learn to navigate through that and continue to push forward, I'm telling you that's the answer. Now, I'm not a big hotshot CEO. This is not like, I'm a trainer, right? I'm a coach from Long Island, New York. I'm 25 years old. You know, like in the grand scheme, like I don't know shit. I'm not trying to come up on here and say I know it all. That's not the goal here, okay? All I'm trying to do is speak from what I've been through to give you a little bit more insight that you can apply into your life, okay? And maybe actually just, that's all it takes. It takes one thing. It takes one thing for me to say to maybe click in your mind, the light switch goes off, boom, you go and implement, and then all of a sudden things may change for you. Think about that for a second. I want you guys to entertain that. Entertain that for a second. Entertain that thought. Well, if Sal's saying this, right, and, you know, maybe I take my own approach on it. Maybe I implement this. Maybe I actually do something and you see something differently. Hear something differently. You think of it in a different way. And then you choose to act differently from that as a byproduct. Okay, and think about that whole game shifting for you. I don't know if you guys have seen the Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher. It's a great movie. It's a little old. Maybe it's like in the 2000s, but that's what that whole movie is about. And if you've seen that and you know that reference, you understand where I'm going with this. Is that one decision could change the entire trajectory of your life. We're not just talking about fitness here. We're not just talking about nutrition. We're talking about the existence of your body, of the type of life that you're living. Guys, it's not a fucking game. You get what you work for. You get what you give always. There's no shortcuts. There's no secrets. Roll up your sleeves. Accept it. Failure is inevitable. Mistakes are inevitable. People are going to judge you no matter what the fuck you do. So do what makes you happy. Get out of your comfort zone. Accept that shit and keep fucking pushing. Because that's the thing. You cannot get there doing the same things. You just can't. Because let's face it, if you would have, you probably would have by now. If that makes sense. I don't know. But that's what I have for you guys tonight. Hope that was valuable. As always, appreciate y'all. Peace, love, and protein. See you guys in the next one. That's it. Was that lit or what? Was that fucking lit or what? Do I exclusively train women? Yes. I do have some male clients as well, but we do focus on women's transformation specialists. That's what I guess you could consider me as a women's body transformation specialist. Am I recording a podcast? Yes, I am. This podcast is in the link in my bio on Instagram. Instagram is SALFITTORIO. Chelsea, I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you got some value. As always, I appreciate you. What else we have? I'm just scrolling through the comments really quick as we wrap up. Tell my sister this, please. Yo, toss her a follow. I got you. Liz, I'm going to toss you a follow, actually. I got you. What is up, Tyler May? We're wrapping up here. Any questions for the boy, let me know. We already finished the episode. We've been live for 15 minutes already. You're still young. Yes, I know I am young, but the same thing is that I wanted to speak on my experience a couple of years ago. I love your hair. I appreciate you. I'm from New York as well. That's dope. Watch them. You guys are funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But guys, that is it. That is all. I want to get my last meal in and get to sleep. It's getting late over here in South Florida. But yo, I fucking appreciate you guys showing up as always. You guys are the best. I love you all. And as always, if you want to catch these audio-only replays, just hit the link in my bio, go to my podcast, and all these audios will be repurposed into the podcast. So appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and protein. Have the best night of your life.